A single roach can drop your business to a single star.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the SSBL. It is the time you have been waiting for. It is time for the Season 14 SSBL Draft. With me on the call, I've got a couple of cronies here going to help me in the background. I've got Hummus, and I also have Aggie, who's going to help me along here tonight. Say hello, you two.
All right. Hello, hello.
What's up?
Alrighty, well, so I think we're going to do things as we typically do if I can actually get my life together and figure out where my tabs are and stuff. Okay, so we're going to operate as we usually have. We're going to have the 2-minute timer for picks. In case you didn't see it, we saw a bombshell of a trade that happened about 30 minutes ago. The Diamond Jacks foregoing Season 15 draft, giving it to the Knights to take the 1-1 spot, and Diamond Jacks will be officially on the clock. Let me just say...
And, go on.
I'll send out a Discord notification to show that the draft has officially started.
And for the record, the Diamond Jacks already have their pick.
Oh, sweet.
Number 1 and their next
Okay.
slot at 3. So actually, if I know how things are going to go, we're going to be at 4 in like 30 seconds.
Okay, so no need to start the clock. Maybe a bit of a surprise, but these stupid fruit flies are all over my house right now. Okay. Without further ado, with the number 1 overall pick, the Diamond Jacks are going to take Janelle Flounder, pitcher.
Yeah, I was talking to
yes,
right before. Yep.
Yeah, Aggie. Sorry, I completely misled you there, saying, "Oh, I think I go to shortstop." I saw that notification as I was telling you. Yeah, I think they're going to shortstop. I was like looking at that, thinking, "Damn, they didn't go shortstop there."
So they forced the Sonics to make the decision that they didn't want to make, basically.
Yeah, and I have, rumor has it that we might already know who the Sonics go at number 2.
Let me just... I have my iPad over here as well, so I have everything going. So actually, so
Oh, and just a note here: the Sonics have also made their pick. And go on.
So the Diamond Jacks forgo the actual top one on the board and go with Janelle Flounder with the double traits, gets ahead in Elite Slider. Only about 4 points difference, but the double positive traits, I guess, was the difference there, despite
Something.
being
Oh,
pitch
I was
different.
gonna say something I noted in my mock draft was that gives them 2 tier 3 traits, which I think is the reason why they get her number one. Just like when you have someone like that who's just a perfect fit for your team, it doesn't get any better than that. And especially them having 3, they get to kick the shortstop decision to the Sonics.
All right. Well, speaking of Sonics, we'll go to pick number 2, and that pick is already in as well. And with the second overall pick in the Season 14 draft, the Sonics will select Ruth Potter.
Ruth Potter. Yeah, that's who I said was going number 1. So got that one just one off, but that's the uh best shortstop I think all around in the draft. Blanco is obviously right there neck and neck, but I just think when you want someone playing shortstop, even if Potter's bat isn't on 24/7, you can rely on her in the infield, which gives her that edge.
Oh, I just
And plus, no
realized
negative trait.
Aggie doesn't have access to the.
Yeah, I was trying to be discreet about it. Yeah, but yeah.
Where'd that go?
Did you want me to mark off? Okay, I got the auto pick sheet, but also like the batters, and pitchers.
Yeah,
So,
the
yeah,
batters, pitchers tab, and the auto pick tab. So
The
we know.
gotcha. I will keep that up to date.
Russell says the chem and arm sold me. Yeah, I mean, when you like Potter is someone who's gonna lock down that middle infield for the next, I'd say like 5, 6 seasons, even after regression hits. So great pick there. And Whitney, I think you can already go into the third pick here.
All right. Yep. The Diamond Jacks gave parameters on what 3 was going to be with their 1 pick. And to the surprise of no one, the third overall pick of the Season 14 draft, the Diamond Jacks will select Pine Blanco.
Yep, best bat in the draft.
Best bat maybe ever. I mean, 98, 98. There's only 2 more points you can get higher than that to be perfect. Pandora makes a crazy point here. Pine Blanco going to Tiger Den.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
I feel bad for
That's tough for the Epic Phenoms.
Diamond Jacks division. Yeah.
Which 2 of them are in this call right now.
Yep.
Okay, so kind of also a blanket announcement right now. The Skulls of Rock manager told us he was stepping down about a week ago, and we didn't really have anyone in the wings waiting to take their spot, so we figured, especially that close to the draft, just letting auto pick take their picks. So we're just going to do that for the Skulls of Rock.
Do we have the auto pick?
Yes, it is the last
Dallas Wilson.
tab. And
Which
yes,
tab is it?
it is. So on the Season 14 draft pool sheet, that's the last tab. It's called auto pick.
I need to. I've been working on a copy version of that.
And yes, the auto pick will have it as Dallas Wilson, and that is a pitcher.
Dallas Wilson, yeah, I mean, 82 pitcher, 4 pitches, and I don't think he's that far off from the other pitchers here. Let me just take a look at the pool again. Yeah, Dallas Wilson, number 4 pitcher in terms of the pitching stats. The advantage he has over the top 2 pitchers that he has already 4 pitches, so you don't have to invest points into him trying to get that up.
And honestly, I think something that maybe is a little bit overlooked, maybe not a whole lot, but a little bit, is speed. Like running to first, I feel like is somewhat important with how the errors we've seen happens. Like, the quicker you get to first, the more time you have to not do those typical fumble errors at first base, I feel like.
Yeah, that happens usually when the pitcher's still running to the bag. So, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, well, 4 picks into the draft. Those are the top 4 on the auto picks. So it opens up here at pick 5. The Retrievers are now on the clock, and I feel like I'll hit this countdown button for the first time tonight.
Yeah, I don't think anybody, know, even Retrievers himself know, who's, well, hopefully they know by now who they're picking, but the conversation leading up to draft seemed like they were still, undecided on who to go, and in their position, you can really go anywhere, either double down on the pitching
Why did it
advantage
do
or
that?
take one of the other top offensive players.
All right, the pick is in for the Retrievers. And with the 5th pick of the draft, the Retrievers will select PJ Serrano, pitcher.
PJ Serrano, that was my number 2 pitcher going off the board. Serrano has the elite curveball, 253 pitching. I think that was the next best, or the best option they could have gotten off the board here right now. So definitely a great pick for them here at 5.
Also has the elite curveball
Yep.
trait.
All right, and then that puts yours truly on the clock. How did it reset the time? Oh.
You got 20.
Well, I think I might have just accidentally sent it for 3 hours, but I only see 2 minutes on the thing, so I only use this timer app for doing the drafts. I don't remember how to use it. I remember I had to do code for it or something because OBS changed how their software works or something. It was weird. I don't remember. Okay, well, this is an easy pick for me with the 6th pick, and I guess I'll put it in the Discord just for posterity so we have the record.
Let's see here. I have a guess who you'll. Oh.
With the 6th overall pick
Wow.
of the draft, the Bombers are selecting Bryn Landry.
Okay.
I like that pick.
I mean, he was the golden boy of the showcase games, and I think it wasn't really even close. He just really, really stood out early on. I think he had the most home runs of the showcase games. I want to say he had 4. And also, the Bombers don't really have a starting third baseman right now. So he is an easy plug and play.
Yep.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Maybe a bit slow, but that's fixable.
No, at third base it doesn't matter.
Yeah, at third base it doesn't matter. I mean, this
and
is
you could stick
coming
him
from
into
the
the
legacy
outfield
of
also with utility.
Alfred Delia with 0 speed at third base. A blast from the past for some of y'all.
Yeah,
right,
so the utility trait's nice. He can go anywhere. So
Bombers right back on the clock. Is tempting to double dip on the batters, but pitching has to be fixed. And I think the smartest selection here based on the games is this here. So this,
let's see
as well.
All right, now this time is who I think.
Let's double check my actual.
And where I think we said with each missed pick, the Astros will take them.
that's right.
With the 7th, and I didn't get the chance to say 6-7 for the Bombers, but
Oh, okay.
I was, I
See
was,
what you did there.
I was weird.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, but when it falls into your lap like that, it was really nice. All right, with the 7th pick, the Bombers will select Energy Cray Cray
Energy Cray Cray. That's
pitcher.
another. That's I think the second pitcher right there. Just and same thing kind of with Wilson. She also has 4 pitches. Just overall great pitcher. Really nothing that you can find a flaw in.
All right, that takes us back to the Sonics, pick number 8. The Sonics are on the clock.
Sonics, they went all in on this draft. They made a big trade with the uh it was the Dragons and Whitney. It looks like they are on the clock. So it looks like he put the back to you, but they put their
Oh,
pick
cool.
right above.
All right. Pick is indeed in. Gosh. Thing. With the 8th pick of the draft, the Sonics will select Lyric Exuberantly, pitcher.
Lyric Exuberantly, they're definitely going for that K Collector 4 pitch build here. We've seen K collectors throughout the league just be absolute monsters on the mound. So, taking exuberantly here, that's just, I think, a really nice move for the Sonics.
And that will take us to number 9. The Unicorns are on the clock.
Unicorns, they could, like we've said, it's kind of wide open. I think I had them going pitcher here. Yeah, I had them going pitcher here at 9. Let's see if they follow that trend. And oh no, that was just your message.
So of these first 8 picks, 6 of them have been made by 3 different teams.
Yeah, I think this might actually be like one of the most like least diverse drafts we had in the first round, because the last count I did, I think only 13 unique teams were in the first, and that number has probably dropped now that the Knights are out. Because we have Diamond Jacks with 2, Sonics with 2, Bombers with 4, Dragons with 3, Area 51 with 2, Monstars with 2, Lumberjacks. Oh no, Monsters with 3, Lumberjacks with 2, Serpents with 2. I think the Skulls of Rocket Retrievers are the only teams.
Yeah, they're the only teams that only had 1.
Solo. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like
So
this happens with Unicorns a lot. They're one of, like, there's always these teams that get talked about, whether it's the NFL draft or the NBA draft. Like, it's a team that just lets the board fall to them, and they profit off of it. And the Unicorns
And speak of that profit, their pick
do it
is
again,
in.
and their pick is in, and they pick the pitcher top of the board. They pick Elbert Strudley.
This might be my just steal the draft here personally, because Strudley, the number 1 rated pitcher, doesn't have any traits, and maybe the 3 pitch build scared people away. But I think just having that 258 monster I think it's a great steal for them here at 9.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the top pitcher going at 9. I mean, I don't think you could have asked that to have fallen any better for them, honestly. I doubt they would have thought that in their wildest dreams.
That's the beauty of this draft. It always goes never how you expect it. But
I thought about Strudley when I was my second pick there, but I did have some notes that he kind of struggled at scouting. So who knows if that was, like
So
it's going to be one of those hindsight things, like with Slew Villegas going second instead of first. Albert Strudley is going to be 40 inning pitcher and throw like a 2.1 ERA or something.
yeah, but at least with something like Cray Cray, spirited chemistries tend to be more favored around the league than say scholarly. So I think that may also be why they fell, kind of like what Russell said here in the chat. Chemistry obviously making a big difference on a lot of people's decisions.
All right. Well, no need to put the Serpents on the clock. They are already in. And with the 10th pick of the draft, the Serpents are taking Alexis Quinn, pitcher.
Alexis Quinn, that's the top specialist slash reverse splitter in the draft. Only 2 pitches, but I think a borderline 230 pitcher with specialist, I think that's a gamble
229.
worth. 229. So right there, that's a gamble worth taking. And you can always add pitches throughout the seasons.
Yeah, and I feel like that fits the Serpents' MO. It's they already have a handful of these types of pitchers. They take a couple seasons ago. Yeah, they have Reagan Polbean and Riley Millstream with reverse splits, so they get a specialist to go with her. Then Serpents, well, actually, is it backwards? I was thinking their pitching wasn't as great, but it was offense sitting at 22nd last year. The pitching was top 10, sitting at 6th at 4.78 runs against. All right, well, we are 10 picks in, and we have 7 pitchers and 3 bats off the board. This has been a little bit heavier pitcher than I was expecting. What about you guys?
I think this has gone more or less about pace. Like obviously some of the pitchers, like the ordering, I got mixed up. But I think other than that, let's see, I had both shortstop going few, and then Landry, who you got, I had going at 10, and then everybody else was pitchers. So yeah, so far the script has held pretty much to a T here. And the Dragons have made their selection.
Yep. With pick number 11, the Dragons will dip into the batting pool and select Jeffrey Avalos.
Yeah, great pick for them here. With their picks, I was expecting definitely for them to go and get those hitters, and Avalos. Those 2 traits combined just with his stats, I think make him the best overall position player available. So great pick for them here at 11.
Yeah, Steeler, Ace Exterminator. I feel like we saw Ace Exterminators play an important role last year. What is that on that seemed to come in clutch with that?
And yeah, that is a nice combination of both ratings and traits for
Yeah,
for a
Steeler
position
with
player.
70 speed is also really nice. That could definitely lead to some extra, to some free 90 feet in some games.
Oh. I was about to let the Unicorns know they're on the clock, but they have already made their pick.
Right. They have indeed made their pick. Unicorns double dipping in pitching, and they will select Devin Cano.
Devin Cano, nice pick. Where is he? Okay, he's the crossed up elite curveball. So he was someone I was wondering if they would drop a little bit because of that crossed up. But the unicorns, they have a tier 3 scholarly. So actually, that might be exactly where I had him going. Is it? No, actually, no. I did have him going to the unicorns, but at number 9. So they actually do better than I anticipated on the pitching front.
I do note that I think I only got like one, I only made like one play through the rotation, but in his start in the showcase games, I do have Canoes going 7 innings against the Norse, getting 10 strikeouts and only allowing 3 hits and 2 earned runs. So solid numbers in that one outing for him.
Yeah, I mean, like that curveball with 88 junk tier 3 is gonna be extremely nasty.
So for picking at 9 and 12, the Unicorns got the top overall pitcher and the 6th overall pitcher.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks
and
like they wanted Devin at they were happy if Devin fell to 9, but they got Strudley and then they got Devin at 12. So it worked out nicely for them.
So Unicorns, not long after trading Noah Terry, reload the rotation in one fell swoop.
oh yeah, they've definitely got their core right there, along with Woolmate for the future.
Yeah, Woolmate did kind of struggle for I remember in the regular season, but actually seemed like they finally found her a niche during the postseason. Seemed like she did pretty well coming out of the pin. I think did get beat up a bit by the High Rollers that ended their season, but she did seem to do better in that role than she's had in maybe like a starting role. So we'll see what the Unicorns are going forward.
And we don't have to wait much longer because the Serpents have made their next pick.
All right, Serpents, we are now halfway through the first round. It's only been about 30 minutes, so we are making very solid time. With the 13th pick of the Season 14 draft, the Serpents select Eric Lee. Third baseman was on the Norseman. Kind of one of those jack of all trades guys, 67, 78, 90, 67, 77. Serpents may be trying to resurrect the Serpents MO of old and just burn you with speed to death.
Yeah, I mean, like I put in my notes there. Eric Lee is just a plug and play third baseman. You're never gonna like really worry about him too much, and yeah, I think this is a really solid pick for the Serpents here at 13.
All right, we now have back-to-back Area 51 picks. I'm trying to remember all of those names of old for the Serpents. Had that blonde-haired chick that was in my nightmares those first couple of seasons. My memory's starting to fail me. But just it seemed like everyone on that Serpents team those first few years just were like 80, 90 plus speed. It was just annoying.
I think they play in Shaka too, right? So that really
They do play
adds
in
to that
Shaka right now,
speed.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that speed, get those gappers, and they're gonna start turning doubles into triples.
Saw some typing. All right, both picks are in.
All right.
Let's see here. This is. All right, with their picks, Area 51 will select Mauricio Turtles and Jace Uptown. Those are both pitchers. Okay.
Yeah, back-to-back pitchers here. No traits on them, but both, just kind of fitting most of the MO in the draft, which is four pitch, uh, star pitchers that you can just rely on and to eat a bunch of innings, and yeah,
Yeah,
very solid picks for them in here.
yeah. I think we kind of talked about it some last night. Hummus, we talked about kind of looking over Area 51's roster, and there's definitely some pitchers that just really shouldn't be on that roster, and that's those two easy add-ons to make that rotation really, really. All right, so we are now at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pitchers through 15 picks. Man, I honestly thought what did you have, 14 on your prediction? I thought that
I
was going to
went 14 12. I think 14, no, 14-10.
I thought that was going to be a little bit high, but honestly, I think that may be underselling it. Who knows?
Yeah, in previous drafts, pitching has seemingly dominated the front half of the board here. We'll see now, as we only have three, one, two, four unique teams within the next 8 picks.
All right. Monstars are now on the clock.
9 picks, actually. Monstars, who did I have them taking? Okay. The Monstars have made their pick.
All right. And the pitching won't stop. Oh! The Monstars go for the workhorse. They will take
Damn.
what is it? Ariana Ramirez? Is that how you say it? Ariana? Yeah.
Uh, yep, Ariana Ramirez, the 4 pitch workhorse. Definitely picking her for that workhorse trait. In like you wouldn't really see many pitchers rated that high with 210 and a workhorse on top of that. So she can really be a steady ace for the Monstars here, paired with Briggs.
Based on your action, it sounds like she was not going to make it to 21.
No,
Right,
she was
moving.
definitely on my circle of area of interest.
I will
Uh,
say in the game we did see her play against Ungulates. She was a bit rough, gave up 5 runs in the first inning, but did with Workhorse last most of it. She ended up pitching 8 total innings, giving up 6 earned runs, so only 1 earned after that rough first inning, but did give up 14 hits overall. So maybe a tough showing in there, but still Workhorse, a solid 4 pitch pitcher, as you said. Also 86 fielding. Fielding also very important. I feel with some of these pitchers trying to protect the hits back up the middle. Right. Said moving right along, the Dragons are already in as well. The
all right.
Dragons are going to select River Garlalili. Garpalili. Garlapilli.
Garla Pally. I don't know.
Try
Garlapali.
try saying that 3 times,
I
folks.
will
Garla
not.
Pally. Garla Pally.
That's the next overall best reverse or the best reverse splits pitcher. They do come with K Neglector, but I think the benefits of reverse splits will oversee that K Neglector. And yeah, I really like this pick. You can never go wrong with a reverse splits pitcher. And then the Monstars are on the
The
clock.
Monstars are back on the clock. Actually, start the clock. Second out of 3 picks in the first round. They picked at 16, here at 18, and we'll finish off the first round with T4. see what's still around potentially.
Monstars typing in the chat here, so we're about to get their picks in. Which means I should be on the clock fairly soon.
So at 12 pitchers right now. God, there's. Ah!
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Ants.
That's not cool.
You know, it's troubling when even the ants are trying to disrupt the draft room. No, I think so far this draft has gone pretty straightforward. You know, I don't think I've been, particularly like super surprised about anyone's picks here, or like everyone I think has made solid picks for their team here. And the Monstars have made their pick.
All right. And the pitch count goes even higher. Monstars at pick 18 will take Jediah Proctor. Judah Proctor.
All right, let me just take a look here just to confirm.
Proctor 68, 87, 56 elite slider.
I think I have him taking Proctor. Not here, but still a nice pick for them. You know, it can't go wrong with an elite pitch.
At 5 pitchers in a row, 6 out of the last 7, and 13 out of 18. I'm honestly surprised. I thought it was going to be 50-50, and it's going to surpass. I mean, it's already surpassed 50-50. Who knows where we might end up after all.
All right, so let me type my picks in here. It depends who I want in the order, so I'll do. Let me just double check here. Yep.
Well, I'm honestly surprised he's lasted this long, to be completely frank.
I know, right?
The fact that he was still
And
there, I was like, oh, if I could, that was going to be. But anyway, the Lumberjacks will stop the pitching rally, and they will select Neville Chambers with pick number 19.
And we could go straight into 1.2 here. Or 1.20.
All right. Pick 1.20 is in. The Lumberjacks will select Thiago Martinelli.
Yeah, both of these players I had really high up. Chambers, I'm really surprised he lasted tier to 19. Martinelli, I felt pretty confident about. Chambers, for me, is a very nice surprise.
Yeah, as it was, when the pool was first generated, When it was first generated, Neville Chambers was like my top prospect. Honestly, I just really liked how he was built. He just overall looked really solid.
Yeah, I mean, like 97 contact. He has like good enough speed, solid fielding, and nice arm. Power, I think with 97 contact, you can get away with 60 power there. And then, that's just that's before tough out and bad ball hitter, which is arguably the best hitting trait. So I am really glad with that pick.
Okay, I will start my clock here at pick. Give me. Oh, with here, type it in. You're up next here, Stacks. Channel. With pick number 21, the Bombers will select Yusuf McFurlow. As a pitcher. All right, the Dragons are now on the clock. Here. Quite yet. All right, the pick is in for the Dragons. And with the 22nd pick in the draft, the Dragons will take Brock Dixon. center fielder. That will put me back on the clock. Okay. With the 23rd pick in the draft, the Bombers will select here
Dun-dun-dun.
Matthias Richardson.
Matthias Richardson, 207 pitcher, spirited, and yeah, just another well-rounded pitcher here. Only concern is those only two pitches, but as long
And
as you're willing to maybe add
Go-
pitch or closer, star closer.
All right, to close off round one, the Monstars are back on the clock.
So that was our 15th pitcher.
1, 2. Correct.
So 15 pitchers, 8 hitters, and the Monstars will soon add their third first rounder here.
Start the clock. So definitely within the SMB4 era, most pitchers taken round. Have to go back and look. I don't know if drafts of years past and different eras. I definitely feel like this is a record, and hard pressed to think it could be beaten just that many.
Yeah, I mean, like just in factoring in like the additional teams that we added, there was a lot of pitching talent
yeah.
that was sorely missing from last season. So it's almost like this is kind of like the course correction here.
Yeah. on the flip side, the first thing I noticed with the pool of players, the pool of position players, is that they just weren't that impressive compared to. So
Okay. And what better way to end the round with yet another pitcher?
Mm,
The
nice pick.
Monstars will finish off round one by selecting Justin Davidson.
Yeah, great pick here. The other reverse
reverse
splits
splits.
pitcher available. I was debating taking them there at 20, but I just I just really wanted Martinelli. And yeah, Davidson, reverse splits. I think in my opinion, I prefer him just a tad bit over Golapali just because he doesn't have that K neglector.
I
But
For
to
me
get them,
personally, I don't love that they're heavy accuracy. Just 69, 51, but 93. That was one of my things with this pool overall, is that it felt like um there was a lot of like really heavy like players. Like they're good, but they're good in like one area. Like they're very heavily
right.
skewed over. But that will do it for round one, and we did that in about an hour. So actually, we actually did that in about less than 50 minutes. So pretty good on us. And we will welcome the new management of the Knights to the SSBL with their first ever draft selection. Zark and Kip in the Discord. The big trade they made 30 minutes before the draft. They will lead things off here to start round two. They've got just about anyone they want to lead things off if they pick a bat wise. World is their oyster in that regard.
Yeah, and I think they just make no, they didn't.
They were typing. That's something I need to post. That's been accepted, but it doesn't really involve any picks tonight. So
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
I
Yeah.
just to let you know, Stacks and Zark, I see that trade and it's been approved on both sides. I just haven't posted since it doesn't involve any picks for this evening. I'll deal with that later.
Yeah, with that trade in mind, I think they might see who they go for here.
All right, the pick is in. And with the Knights'
Very
first
nice.
selection in the season 14 draft, the Knights will select Darren Duncan.
Darren Duncan, that's a really nice pick for them. I had a feeling uh just based on that trade to be announced, but center fielder, outfielder, high pitch, very nice trait. Butterfingers is a concern, but I think in the outfield you can gamble with that kind of trait.
All right, let me just double check here. Pretty confident in who I want. Let me just make sure I'm not. All right. With the second pick, 26th overall in the season 14 draft, the Bombers will select Valeria Vatsamachia.
Mm, very nice. Yeah, she was someone who I had tabbed to pick at 19 if everyone I had in front of her went. So definitely a really nice pick. Amazing contact. I like that distractor trait,
Yeah,
and
distractor trick is really
with her bat,
nice.
with her bat, she's gonna get on base a lot. So that trait's gonna be a nice setup for whoever follows her.
Yeah, in the showcase games, I have her hitting 526, 10 for 19 with a home run through 4 games. So definitely like to see that kind of production on an offense that didn't have a whole lot of silver lining last season.
You say you've been cursed with like those low contact hitters. Well, you got someone
Yeah,
the
we
complete
we
opposite.
are we are
And
definitely changing the MO with the Bombers. No more low contact. Right, we welcome another new team to the draft. The Mythic will make their first pick of the evening.
Mythic, or was that meant for Liberty?
I'm
No,
sorry.
Mythic or Picking?
Oh no, okay, well, no, because you said new team. So
Oh, sorry. I just meant to Dicky, not necessarily.
Yeah,
okay. I
it's
think you
our
meant
first
like
pick.
I think my news like Shaq's been around for a
No,
couple seasons, I think.
no, I'm not dropping a big old bomb on everyone. Nope.
Breaking news, Shaq has been traded off of Mythic. Ooh, I like that pick.
All right. Ooh, yeah, that is a nice pick. That was my other thought there potentially, but I just liked the production I saw from her in the games. All right. With the 27th pick in the draft, the Mythic will select Hunter Blake.
Hunter Blake, I believe he's the best overall offense, and that's when you're factoring power contact speed. He actually just beats out Blanco, just thanks to his speed along with that
Really
amazing bat.
interesting.
So
The only thing is you got the whiffer trait.
Whiffer,
That
but you
that is
got
a tough pill to swallow.
96, but let me check the Mythic roster. I think they have tier 3. They do have tier 3 competitive,
Oh,
so
okay. Well, that's
that
fine.
means
Yeah.
nothing to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, great pick for this Mythic team.
All right, we head to the Sonics for the next pick in the draft, pick number 28, fourth of the second round.
Ooh, Sonics are already
Ooh,
making their
very
pick.
nice. Sonics will go for one of the big bats of the draft. See if I can find them. Oh, okay, there they are. The Sonics will go with Liberty Myers.
Liberty Myers, she great bat, and obviously that fielding is pretty concerning, but outside pitch, mind gamer,
Yeah, outside
and
pitch
with that,
mind gamer is crazy.
and I think you can slide them into the outfield and just kind of put them in one of the corners
Because I'm
and
pretty
just hope
sure
they don't make any dives.
the the Sonics are pretty high on green because they have a reverse split sky that starts their rotation from a couple of years
Sonics,
ago.
they are tier 2 right now, but they do have a couple of uh crafty traits on their team.
Reem
So,
Herman, that's who I was thinking. So
yep.
Sonics should be making a push into Crafty.
Oh, if they are able to get to Crafty through this draft, look out rest of the division.
All right, the Liberty making their first selection, and that pick is already in with the fifth pick of the second round. The Liberty will take Schnitzel Birch, pitcher.
Okay, I like that pick. Rally stopper. That's the type of pitcher that when things are getting dicey, you can count on them to make that stop.
Yeah,
And
I like the rally stopper here, early second round. I think that's a good snack.
And yep, they'll get that tier 2, so
Right, and
And-
wasting no time, the wrong fielders are also in.
ooh, another one. Where's
All right. Ooh, okay. I see what they're doing here.
Yep.
The wrong fielders with pick number 30 are taking Chirp Flail.
And it seems like the story of this the early second round here is bats, because Chirp Flare, Liberty Myers, Hunter Blake, all of them have like maybe like one or two concerns on the defensive end, but their offense is gonna more than make up for that. And
Now, do you put
definitely.
Chirp Flail on the bench so that pinch
No.
perfect can activate?
Yeah, see that's also the kind of like the two-way, like, yeah, pinch perfect's great, but if the player's too good, then you can't put put them on the bench.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
they
maybe if they're having like a rest day, you could do, or like if they're
Yep,
tense, you put them
tense.
on the bench, and then when they
That
come in to
is
pitch it, yeah, because
now
depending
now
on are they tier 3 discipline?
I don't think so. Liberty, they are tier 2, so
I mean, it's still pretty good.
yeah.
The
Now,
pinch perfect's pretty dang
yeah.
good.
Now if Pinch Perfect worked like the way it used to on launch when it would last the rest of the game,
Oh
Oh,
then
wow.
maybe you could what's it called? Put them on the bench, put someone like really terrible like in whatever spot they would fill in, and then they
yeah,
just
just
come
for
in
like one inning, and then they come out. Yeah.
All right.
because
Oh, sorry,
oh,
go
I'll
ahead.
just say here real quick, the flail, not the greatest fielding stats, but they can play anywhere, and that's always a bonus. And looks like there's been a trade,
There
Whitney.
has been a trade. All right, and both teams look like they have put. I have Discord on my iPad under my third monitor. Okay, so the Mythic are moving up from 39 to 31, and they are sending a season 15 third to the Serpents. Is that
Season 15 third. Let me just double check. So that's
okay? Yeah.
season
So they have
15.
their own. Okay. So let me adjustment real quick. So Mythic are here. Serpents are here. Their own pit. That looks good. And 15 third. So our first trade of the draft coming kind of mid second round. I will post that later. I've got it reflected in the picks. So up. Pick back on the clock. Who did they like?
Ooh. Nice. They got their pick in.
Hey, let's see. Let's see. All right, with the 31st pick of the draft, the Mythic will select Phil Schneider, catcher, our first catcher off the board.
Yeah, first catcher off the board. Amazing power, 94. Great contact, 73. Obviously, the defensive stats there aren't the best, but I think I think what he has right now is kind of like the bare minimum at what you can get away with as a catcher. And he has big hack. easy targets, a little bit of a concern, but I I like the pick there.
Okay, give us just 1 second. I'm sending you a message here. Just tell me what. I don't. This kind of situation.
Oh,
Oh, let's see.
I guess we could also just bring it up to the people.
Let me put this here. Hold on. But like with that, I don't like. I'd be fine with it since that's like the same thing that just happened there. So yeah.
Um. Um. Okay. Yeah. I'll allow it. I think that's fine because we can like honestly just from like just to remove any same conference bias from it. Just say for the meanwhile we could say you're running it Thomas and I find that to be fine. So that way I feel like that benefits the school too. So I have nothing against that. Okay.
All right, then yeah.
So we will have a trade here. The Monstars are going to move up to 32 from 40, and we'll give the Skulls a season 15 third via the at
That's actually that's like the exact same trade as what just happened, but we're just shifting one pick down.
or shot S4. Volts.
And then what do we? Oh yeah, never mind.
All right.
Skulls is picked later.
And
And
Whitney, yep. Oh, I was gonna say,
Yep.
yep, they have their pick there.
pick is in. And with the 32nd pick of the draft, the Monstars will select Valentina Stark.
Yep, definitely a nice bat to jump up for. Would have been surprised if she was still there by 40. So definitely a really nice pick. She plays anywhere in the infield, primarily second base. The fielding, it'll get the job done anywhere around the infield. And, first pitch slayer, we've seen, those type of hitters just dominate also. So.
All right, pick number 33. The Dragons are back on the clock. Ninth pick here in the second round. I'll be right back. I need to turn my AC. It's getting warm back here. Taking a look at the board at what we have currently, who would you guys think is kind of the surprise that's found?
Oh, there's one player I'm looking at. I won't name him yet, just because I want to leave that as the surprise. But
Yeah,
there's,
I don't know if I want to say.
I think, Aggie, I think we both know who's the one that.
Yeah, I think I may have a good idea of who you're talking about.
Well, it's funny because last draft, I think you and Whitney were talking about, or Whitney, you and No Hummus were talking about like players who you were surprised about, and like I happened to be picking those times those players.
Yeah,
You meant when you mentioned the play, it didn't affect me. I was gonna pick those players anyway, but you
Yeah,
never
yeah,
know. You never know.
yeah, because I remember those player, everyone you selected in that draft, I had them going in the first round.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, they're there. Oh, they're there again.
So I'm keeping my mouth shut. Oh, balls.
All right,
okay.
the pick is in.
And,
Okay, I see what they're doing.
okay. Hey,
Yep.
with the 33rd pick in the draft, the Dragons select Fox Rios. Third baseman. There's been a lot of third basemen in this draft.
Yeah, third baseman. That's let's see, Landry, Lee, Vanamashia, Blake, and Rios, the fifth third baseman off the board.
All right, the Retrievers.
There we go.
Ah, yes. Was that who you guys were referring to?
Yep.
Okay.
I think you call it up, but I think that's exactly who I called it.
All right.
Is it JV? JV?
Yep.
Okay.
With the 34th pick of draft here, 10th pick in the second round, the Retrievers will select Jordan Vincent.
Yep.
Yeah, that was just someone that must have fell off people's radar here.
Well, it is a little bit tough because they were on the free agent board, so didn't really get to see him till like later on in the showcase games. I do feel like she did pretty well in the showcase games. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, she is really good. 361, like honestly in the top 10 overall on the board.
Yep.
That was the last 70 overall pitcher or player, I believe. So
In terms of average, yeah. Yep.
yeah, that's I think the steal of the draft so far.
But honestly, like I kind of put her in the same basket that I do with Eric Lee. Like, yeah, she's good overall, but kind of like a jack of all trades, but not necessarily a master of any one of them.
Right.
Is my one opinion for someone that you take, like, you know, in round one or early, like, you know, in the first round, like, you want someone, you know, that's a stud in a category, you know, and like
Yeah.
I feel like she's going to be a really good player. Don't get me wrong, but just like not quite elite in any one spot, you know. And even Puppet says, you know, master of none. It's like 70, 70, 70, like solid, but like not elite. But she is 79 power, so just one more there and she's 80. So, I mean, good pick, though. I mean, solid pick here for mid-second round.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you say, yeah, mid-second round. Yeah, very nice pick. And now you're on the clock.
Oh, God, I'm on the... Am I prepared to be on the clock? I don't... see.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so far, the draft has pretty much gone just about as how I expected in terms of like the general area of where players are going. I don't think I haven't really seen any like crazy reaches here. Yeah, and I think compared to last draft, it felt like there was a couple more reaches here, though. I think it's a lot more linear. Just kind of depends what people feel like taking.
All right. We're going to YOLO it.
That's what you got to do. Let's see. Did you put into your chat?
I YOLO'd it with Fail Barnswabble, and look what happened.
Ooh,
With the 35th pick of the draft, the Bombers will select Chet McDonald.
that was the next best player on my draft board. So solid pick there.
I think he is just going to be a nice, solid DH. Let's get this offense.
Yeah, and you know, if you're really in a pinch, you can just hope that he doesn't have to dive.
Yeah, and honestly, like he'll never play in the infield. Let's be honest. Like he
Yeah,
could survive in the outfield. It wouldn't be pretty if needed, but like I feel like
that'd
66
be
speed. Like I feel like that's good enough if he needed like to play somewhere. He could play in the outfield. All right, we move right along. The Liberty are back on the clock, and looks like their pick is in.
Oh
Let's
wow.
see.
Let's see.
Okay.
All right.
The Liberty are going to take another one of the free agents. They are going to take Adriana Rush.
Adrian Rush, just another one of those high quality bats. Little hack, 79, 74, 85. So I think another one there. Not the best defense, but you know, if if she's hitting the ball, then you can get away with whatever happens in the outfield, or you just do like with McDonald and just put her on DH.
All right. Cyclones are now coming into the draft with back-to-back picks.
And they're one of three in this round of back to backs because Cyclones back to back 13-14, Area 51 back to back 2021, and then Serpents 23-24.
All right, and one of the picks is already in. Who? Okay. But with the 13th pick in the second round, the Cyclones will select Jaden Check.
Jaden Check, K Neglector. I'm thinking the reason she's being selected here is for that 99 velo. She's just gonna be an absolute like fireballer on the mound. Like think Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah, and you
And
could
and
honestly
40 accuracy too. So yeah, definitely that's Aroldis Chapman right there. Just throwing heat right down the middle that nobody can hit.
And honestly, if you threw, I mean, you could only spend like, I mean, if you threw, 6 into junk and 2 into accuracy, that's 99 50 pitcher. I mean, that's not too shabby. I'm not gonna lie. Like four-seam fastballer, K Neglector does hurt, but honestly, I like that pick. That's a pretty solid and breaks a stretch of 1, 2, 6, 7 non-pitchers. Probably our longest streak of the night so far.
And they already have their second pick.
They do indeed. Let's see. Do you recognize this name either? They're also a pitcher. Okay. With pick number 38, the Cyclones will select Mike Casey.
Mike Casey, four pitch pitcher here. Yeah, nothing bad here. The game 61, 71, 57. Um, just someone who can, I think, reliably get you a couple of outs here, which, you know, I think the cycle within the Cyclones struggle a bit with pitching this season. I forget what their final stats were. But yeah, they have pitch ranking 17, so these back-to-back pitchers are definitely what they needed to address.
Right,
So very nice
Serpents
pick.
traded back, but they are now back on the clock here at 39 after trading with the Mythic. Their
And
pick
who kn-
is immediately in.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Let me. Is that a pitcher? Batter. It's getting to that.
That's
Oh,
a
that's a
batter.
batter. Okay. Oh, okay. With pick number 39, the Serpents will select Kai Driver, third baseman.
High driver. I think the reason you're drafting him here is that the fielding 94, and the more obvious reason that cannon arm, because just having that cannon arm at the hot corner, I don't think is gonna be able to get to first base on his watch or her watch. Not sure.
All right, so now the skulls are up.
That would just be.
Looks like it would be here.
Let me see. I I think I know who you're gonna put, but let me just confirm. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. All right. With the 40th pick in the draft, the Skulls of Rock will take Malaya McFreddy.
You know that's one of those. I think we talked about those jack of all trades. Not in like the same, like a little bit lower stats, like on the offensive side, but this could give you high quality defense at a premier
Yeah,
position. So
it's huge defense stuff. And
it's clean.
I'm
It's a very
pretty
clean pick.
sure the player who played for the school last year started. Pretty sure they were older. Not sure how. Could be wrong, but I want to feel that they were on the flip side, so that could definitely help them up the middle. And if you put a few points, get them up to 70 power or something like that. I feel like that's definitely a solid plug and play starter here, late second now.
Yeah, they have a couple of shortstop on their roster here, but I don't think either of these players just looking were really the primary shortstop. So
All
yeah,
right,
I think this just gives them more options to play around with.
head back to the Monstars, and they are back on the clock here at pick number 41. So far, the Monstars took 3 pitchers in the first round. The workhorse, Ariana Ramirez, then Judah Proctor, finished it with Justin Davidson. If I remember correctly, their draft in season 13 was a little bit heavier on the position player side, taking Jaeger Ocean, Emmett Foster, and then late in the third round, Porter Newman, Ahmad Nichols, and Diego Pham. So bolstering flip side of things here in the season 14 draft with, as we've all mentioned, a much stronger pitching pool.
Yeah, I think everyone here is so whoever drafted in last season, they got the hitters. Now that they have their hitters, now they're going to their pitching. But we've only seen 3 pitchers in the last 16 picks.
The pick is in, and this was,
Dun dun dun.
I was debating between McDonald and this person. They're on the same team. And they're fairly similar. They're probably going to be a DH. With the 41st pick, the Monstars will select Adeline Welch.
Adeline Welch, that's the best available bat. 90-90. I was just a tiny bit surprised she fell down to 41. I was kind of expecting her to go a little earlier. Obviously, the mock had her going down late first, but I thought she would at least be maybe early-ish second just because of that bat. So very nice pick here for the Monstars.
Yep, I
And they
really
have
like
their
that pick.
DH. DH of the future.
I was debating between her and McDonald. They were both really solid in the showcase games. McDonald just edging her out. He hit 444, Welch hitting 421. Both of them with one home run. So pretty identical in results. McDonald just a few points better, has the speed. The fielding not as great. So Welch is actually, you could put her at first base, and I feel like you wouldn't suffer too much. The arm isn't great, but she could survive at first base, I think. What do you think?
I think even second base, you can make a case. I think the fielding.
I don't know about the arm at second base though.
Yeah, I guess. As long as like the routine plays she'll get is maybe those like quick double plays that she might miss a step or two on.
Yeah, like with 34 arm, like if you do play her at second, I feel like you're missing a lot of double play opportunities.
Yeah, definitely.
And like not just that it isn't getting there, and you're talking about potential, like errors, with wild throws and stuff, and give potentially teams extra bases based on balls going out of play or something. Oh, Pandora just said Monstar's starting second baseman is 27 arms, so technically an upgrade
Hey, look at that.
if they do put her there. But I mean, whether she does play second, first, or DH, I think that's a pretty solid pick. 90-90 is pretty hard to pass up when it falls in your.
We got reports that the Knights draft room is on fire.
Uh-oh.
They're trying to figure out who to pick here at 42.
A few snipes in front of them.
Ooh, there's a lot of, I think still a lot of solid hitters. Let me see. So they went Duncan at top of the second. They maybe they go against the wave here, get a pitcher. I think there's still quite a few solid pitchers left on the board.
Yeah. Also just speaking out loud, if they're wanting to, Kyrie Batista still on the board, 50, 80, 93, 70, 40. I mean, I know they took Duncan, who's also an outfielder, but I mean, Batista, that's a pretty solid player right there. Let's see.
I, for one, won't be giving my division rivals any suggestions.
Yeah.
Juliana Cervantes, she was also really solid in the showcase games. I want to say she had about 3 or 4 home runs. Mind gamer as well on her. It looks like
they have their pick in. All right.
All right. They are following the trend of this draft. The Knights will take a third baseman, Alex Sardines.
Alex Sardines, I like that pick at third and can play shortstop. The speed is a little, if you were trying to put them in shortstop, it's a little underwhelming there, but I think that fielding and arm, I think, can more than make up for that. So I think they have that left side of the infield down pat, and the bat can get the job done. At maybe the bottom half of the order.
Yeah, I agree with that. So after a bit of a hiatus, 30 picks in between their picks, the Unicorns find themselves back on the clock.
Yeah, Unicorns, they had those two pitchers in the first. And at this point in the draft, I obviously wasn't doing any mocks for the second, so it could be
Sardines
anyone's
is the
game.
first player taken off the Ungulates, says. Or maybe at least the first batter.
The Ungulates were certainly one of the teams.
They started off 2-0, I want to say. Weren't terrible,
Up and the unicorn pick is in.
right?
And ooh, I like that.
Let's see. Oh, there they are. That was definitely someone who I had.
Oh, I definitely know why. I see even more now why they picked. All right.
All right, with pick 43, the Unicorns will select Green Graham, pitcher.
And it goes without saying, 2 tier 3 scholarly traits. I don't have to say more. Gets ahead and elite slider. Oh, that slider is gonna be pretty nasty. Even if the junk is kind of middling at 54. So that will put up Area 51 with their one of two back-to-backs.
Okay. Their second set of back-to-back picks.
I just as you mentioned, I was like, wait a second, that's another back-to-back.
Twice, kind of.
I think 3 in a row is our record, right?
Didn't the Serpents have like? The Serpents had like 3 or maybe 4 in a row in the draft, I think. Not too.
Let me see. So season
I
it might be like season like 9 draft early. Those are in a completely different sheet at this point though. So
Yeah.
let me see. Season 12. Yeah. So Skulls of Rock had 3 third rounders back to back, where they took the legendary Brody Jacks.
They did it. I thought I remember someone picked 3 or 4 in a row. Maybe they had one and then.
Let me see. Season 13. The Area 51 also had a back to back. So Area 51 really like their back to back selections.
At the time. So, that go on. I have seen type. So what were we saying is like the steal of the draft so far? Was it Valentina Stark, essentially? Remember you guys, she was the one that you guys wouldn't name.
Um, I thought Albert Bradley
Right, right.
big, and then yeah, Jordan Vincent. Was it Jordan Vincent?
All right, the picks are in for Area 51, and they will take one of each. I'm calling pick 44 will be Fist Parish. Sure. And at pick 45, they are going Burpee Hayden. Center. Puppet is rich. I really need to find some our channel point. All right, the Sonics are back on the clock at pick 46. And the pick is in. Are they will pick Hugo Travis, pitcher. Rally stopper pitcher. 1880-83, 181 overall. I did have them marked down as one of the pretty solid performer. Couple of saves, I think even a win in their appearances in the showcase games. I have them at 5 1/3 innings, only 1 earned run. So I think that could be a solid piece, kind of lost in the mix there, down kind of midst of some of the lower ends of the pitchers that we're selecting. A definite solid pick for the Sonics. Serpents are up, and they have a pick in already at pick 46. The Serpents will select Montgomery Conrad. Is a pitcher, 4-pitch pitcher, 71, 70, 55 elite curveball with 4 pitches already on him. 76 speed. Even the pitchers are going to be fast for the Serpents. Right back on the clock. Serpents picking 48th. And they will stay with pitching, and they will take Pork Khan. 2 pitchers to finish off the second round here. So he goes elite slider and elite curveball to add to the pitching staff for the Serpents.
Yep. And just looking here, not this elite curveball, elite slider, they're both 196. They're both crafty. They're basically yin and yang. Like they just they're literally like just the only difference in their like speed and fielding. That's maybe like the one difference between them. And Conrad has a one more pitch.
You guys freeze the top 2 columns. Like, what do you mean? In the, like, on the sheet that's on the stream, or in like the draft pool up it player sheet? Yeah. Give me a second. Rose. Oh, wait. I did the same thing. No? Oh, it should be.
The wrong fielders have made their pick.
Okay.
A very nice one at that.
You freeze. There it is. There we go. Okay, that should be fixed. Okay, wrong fielders are in. And to start off the third round, the wrong fielders are going to go with a bat, and they will take Kid Shields, first base outfield.
Kid Shields, and I think that's kind of the last of our like really big bats that don't really have great. Well, actually, Kid Shields is actually the perfect first baseman. So like not really great arm, but that fielding is more than enough that you need at the corner there.
Yeah, I like that. 72, 84, solid, solid. Right. On we go. And just as a reminder to everyone, this is our last round of the draft that we will do live on the stream. The rest will be done offline over the next week. So, A, go to
Surprise, we're doing this all live right now.
back to the Retrievers and Puppet. Ah, looks like the pick is in. And with the second pick of the third round, the Retrievers will select Cameron Macho Man.
Macho Man. I think that's my best pitcher available here. So 190, almost a 200 pitcher at 187. Pretty nice find here in the third round.
Yep. I have put the Express on the clock, but I don't know. So this may auto.
Who would that be? Where?
Harry Bautista.
Yep, that's a solid pick if they are not around.
Wait, Chirp Flail was picked, right? Remember we talked about him.
Yes, he was.
Okay. Mark that player. I don't know how I missed.
One so far out of like 50, not bad.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give the time. Gives Aggie some extra time to think things over as he's about to be on the clock for the first time this evening.
Right?
Yep.
No, did anyone have 0 picks? I don't think anyone.
The
Added on the
moonshots, or I guess if you're counting 4 and 5, then no, I think
Oh,
everybody.
okay. I guess that's fair. In the first, thinking first 3 rounds.
Overall, everybody has
I don't think the Stingers had any.
quacks, stingers, walkers, moonshots, but they made a couple trades, so they have quite a few fourth and fifth rounders.
Okay, timer is up, and so we will pick Kyrie Batista for the Express.
Kyrie
Not bad.
Bautista, solid bat, great speed,
Yeah, the great
arm.
speed is honestly a really good replacement for she used to play for the Skulls. Cecilia Kint as she starts to age.
Mm, right.
So I think that works out really nice for the Express. As I mentioned, we will start the clock for the Astros.
Yeah, this should be pretty quick. I think I know who I'm gonna pick. I just want to run through a couple things. Oh yeah, I also gotta mark Kyrie Bautista on the sheet. So if I look here, maybe you're seeing what I'm highlighting.
Are you pre-highlighting the player you're about to pick?
Yeah.
I,
uh,
I
I,
I didn't see that, but that's funny.
I'm just gonna go with this guy.
Ah, yep. That was my best available.
Ah, very nice, very nice. All right. With the fourth pick in the third round, the Astros will select Ken Ronette.
So I'm gonna stick his butt in the outfield.
First
He's
base.
Yep.
not playing first base with Fail Barnswoggle, but I think he could be a solid outfielder because he's got a decent arm, which I can add to,
Yep.
and
And
yeah,
solid speed too.
decent bat.
All right, and that puts me on the clock. Where's my cheat? Jeez.
Good thing I never select behind you because otherwise I'd be getting sniped all the time.
Talking about me?
Yep. Because Ronette, that was my best available there, and I was a little surprised she was dropping because she has a pretty or solid rating.
Yeah, I think the base jogger might be an issue to some people, but I don't know. I don't think I don't know how big of a deal that is.
I think as long as you're not like running like a like tier one discipline where like that's really slowing you down rounding the bases, then I think you can get away with it. Oh, Whitney, you're on the clock here.
Am I? Uh. It's huge. Picking. Oh wait, no, it's not. I was a little bit stuff. Okay. Are going to go.
You.
Bombers will select Jocelyn Richards.
Jocelyn Richards, just don't get her into any pressure situations.
Yeah, I've taken. I think a couple of my picks have been spirited players too, so I think that will be a little bit mitigated as well.
Right.
I have that she played well in this game, so
Yeah, 72, 74. As long as she's able to get in the zone, which
yeah,
is kind of
you
a
can
million dollar question for these low accuracy type pitchers.
throw a few points into the old accuracy.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we go back to the Monstars with pick number 54.
All right, and the pick is in.
Pick is in. All right, Monstars will take their fourth pitcher of the night with Parker Dickerson.
Parker Dickerson, just 3 pitches, 58, 74, 58. So solid junk there. And so far early on in round 3, we're at a 50-50 split. So round 1 was pretty much all pitchers. Round 2 was all offense. And then now it's starting to even out here in round 3.
Serpents, we go back to D.
And looks like they are typing.
Right?
Ooh, nice one.
For a pitcher.
That's a batter.
Batter.
A really nice one at that.
Ah, there you are. Ah, bad ball hitter. Felix Lowbrow.
Lowbrow.
First base.
Just nice all-around player. Really nice pick here in third, and just that bad ball hitter. That makes him a threat. A real nice threat.
Okay, we go to the Retrievers for 2 out of the next 3.
A retriever, Diamond Jack's retriever sandwich. So Diamond Jacks here soon, about to make their first pick since getting that 1-3 of Flounder and Blanco.
Things over. Doing pretty well. We're third of the way through the third round, just at 2 hours on the stream. 5 or so minutes.
Yeah, definitely. Been pretty smooth sailing. Everyone's been here making their picks in a timely manner. So
Right?
yeah,
They are in. And with the 8th pick of the third round, the Retrievers will take Jillian Anaya.
Solid player.
yeah, switch hitter, 2 hitting traits with RBI hero and high pitch.
That's the one
Uh,
player who I was debating between her and Kendra Net, but
Yeah, I
I
was
like
kind of
I liked Renette's bat better, but I do like RBI Hero and the switch hitting of Anaya.
yeah, I was kind of holding on to a Hail Mary there, hoping they would drop all the way to 70.
Right, we go back to the Diamond Jacks. their first selection since going first and third overall. I think the surprising part of this whole thing, only 2 trades in this draft, I think are least amount of trades ever.
I think a lot of people got their trades out ahead before,
Yeah, that's a good point.
and also now with 5 picks, I think people are less key or don't feel as much of a heavy need to make the leap.
Oh, if the Diamond Jacks are actually around, I bet I know who. I don't know if they're third though. Oh well, that that fits too. 75 seconds for here.
Diamond Jacks are here, but just
That means they're stuck between players or
yeah.
stuckers.
Yeah, we're on good pace here. I'll be back in just a moment.
Okay. Typing.
Oh, I see. They're flipped between 2 players here. I like them, so I'm not giving any any call here.
Okay. Pick is in. And with the 9th pick in the 3rd round, the Diamond Jacks will select Ahmad Villegas, utility bad ball hitter.
Yep, utility. So that's tier 3 for Diamond Jacks. So that means he can play anywhere in the outfield without penalty.
Kind of seeing people go maybe for some that time to the point where people kind of focus in on the traits rather than maybe the player as an overall.
Also,
And,
probably chemistry too.
yeah, chemistry too. I have no idea what my um answering. We go back to the Retrievers with pick number 58. Here, set the clock. Let's get the allotment. Go. Waypoint of this last round on draft. All right, the pick is in, and I like this pick for the Retrievers. It doesn't help their issue of not having a lot of contact, but this kind of player has worked from them in the past, very reminiscent of Screw Brazan. It will be Juliana Cervantes going to the Retriever.
I power kind of like the middle lower end of the contact scale, but nice speed, great fielding, and that arm leaves some bit to be desired, especially somewhere as Sakura.
But Cervantes in the showcase games went 6 for 16, 375, hit 3 home runs, and had 6 RBIs. So
Yeah, there you
definitely
go.
shows off that power. All right, and the wrong fielders are already in. Ooh, and I really like this pick. This was someone who definitely showed up really strong in the showcase games. The wrong fielders are going with Troy Parsons, center field. Let's see.
Yeah, Troy, looks like we're having a bit of a outfield run here. 4 outfielders in a row now.
Troy Parsons was the leadoff bat for the Norsemen in the free agent games, and he went 8 for 16, a perfect 500.
Oh wow.
maybe not a whole lot of power. Had 11 total bases, 3 doubles. Didn't have any home runs, but an on base percentage of 1.158. So I think that is a very solid player for them to take here, kind of mid third round. That's definitely like he gets on. He's got the speed. That's definitely a solid leadoff hitter. Wrong field here.
Yeah, he's definitely someone you're hoping can just be that leadoff batter, get on base, and then let your real heavy hitters do the rest.
Right. Go to the Knights. Pick number 60 here in the third round. They are on the clock.
Let's see. So Knights, they've gone back to back hitters here, and they have a couple more thirds. Maybe they start dipping into the pitchers here.
Yeah, they could do that. I do see a couple players batting wise. I feel solid, but I typing. This is the first of 3 picks for this round. 60, 68, and 71. Definitely clean up on some of these late batters. All right, the pick is in, and it will be one of the free agent pitchers. They are going Edgar Harshwinter.
Ooh, nice pitcher there. Elite changeup. And some heavy velo.
One with the traits: a 5-pitch pitcher to 4-seam, 2-seam, curve, slider, and change.
Makes that elite changeup even more dangerous.
We go back to the Cyclones here at 61.
So kind of the opposite here. They went back to back pitchers in the middle of the second. Maybe now they dip into the offense.
Trying to think what could the Cyclones, what can they use to build around Faith Delgado? Maybe a middle infielder. I mean, they have Malachi Morales at short. He's pretty good defensively, but he is hit or miss with the bat, which is 37 contact. Kate Keller is a bit. No, they had Brandon Knight back half. He was okay. I think 59 fielding got to him maybe sometimes, but he was great at the plate. I remember Brandon Knight had a solid batting average. He actually came from the Dragons season one. Exactly what that is, but remember both players doing really well once they, because I think they both got put in starting lineups. Could also go outfield, get out from under some of the older outfielders they have with like Allison Ray, Biel Bianchi. At the time, have that. All right, the pick is in. His name. Okay. With the 61st pick, the Cyclones take Wilson Branch. Do you know who that is offhand?
Oh, that's. I just had them on my sheet. Where did they? Oh, I switched
Wilson Branch.
screens here. What happened? Wilson Branch. That's
They are a pitcher.
another rally stopper.
Yep, rally stopper. A bit lower overall on the totals, 159, but taking that rally stopper. So Cyclones might be trying to get to that third tier Spirited to his numbers. I think he would probably end up coming in for that kind of a performance. All right. We will put the volts on the clock.
Whitney, look into the Mythic channel. We kind of had that discussion, but I think the answer is technically
They
no.
do have a manager, in my opinion. Like, yeah, I haven't heard from it in a little bit, but until I get like really good word from it, I'm gonna treat them as they are someone right.
But have they been tagged? Are they up on the board of draft for now? They
Oh,
are.
good.
Because I know they're an international players, so I think for them it's daytime. If I remember my time zones correctly, should be like middle of the day.
I think it would be. I don't know if it's.
I think it's a 12-hour difference.
I think it'd probably be around 12, maybe 12, but yeah, it would probably be about 8 in the take.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't realize we had someone international.
Yeah, I think we have a couple actually, because last I remember, I feel like I remember the Stingers saying something about being
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in Europe. Is it Germany? I think.
And yeah, I think they're European, like that area. I'm not sure where in Europe, but like kind of that general area. And yeah, don't know if we have any Canadians in
Surprisingly,
the
I don't
league.
think we do.
But I think with the assumption that they're not making their pick in the next 30
Uh-oh.
seconds.
Are they gonna do auto pick? Because the next guy is
Yeah.
not so great.
Yeah.
Robo but Bombso.
I mean, dude lit it up in the games. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
Like,
really?
he was actually really good.
It's just he's
And
got
Surprisingly.
low contact and
honest,
he's a choker.
his stats, let me see. Yeah, like honestly, like if it were not for that 21 contact, he'd definitely be drafted in like
Yeah.
the top like 3 rounds. Probably like a more like a third round pick. So if you work that contact and just get lucky with that power, then it can work out. So it's not like a end of the world here. But I think the timer
Okay.
has ran out on them.
Timer has run out, and the Volts will select Robo Bombsbo.
Robo Bombzo. At least it's a cool name.
Oh god, that puts
Uh, sure, I might be. Oh, how soon am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
uh, think. Ooh. Pick. Yep. But with the 63rd pick of the draft, the Bombers will take Emily Knight.
Emily Knight.
I'm not going to complain about getting Jocelyn Richards and Knight 3rd round, like 2 190s.
Yeah.
I can. All right, to the Diamond Jacks we go. We are getting close to the end of the live portion of the draft. Just 1, 2, 5, 6, 9 picks left. Pick is
Ooh,
in.
I know that name.
Let's see.
Ooh, nice pick.
Is that a batter or a pitcher?
That's a batter, Connor Cuevas, 76-71 with RBI hero and inside pitch.
Oh, that's a little bit further down. Okay. I like that though.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where like it kind of feels weird that they're further down. I guess it's just maybe it's just a combo of their speed, fielding arm not really being that strong, but like I really like that bat.
Yeah, and
And like
again,
those
you got to
those
think
two
that's going into
traits.
Tiger Den.
Right. And that fielding 51, that gets the job done at first. So I think like this is one where you kind of look past the overall rating and get someone that just really fits the team here. So I like that pick.
Yep, I think that's solid. Definitely a good pick to put in the tiny ballpark that is Tiger Den. Back we go to the Monstars. Blackman Black back on the clock.
While we wait for their pick, I will be back in a moment.
Okay. Typing black. Ow. Unlike.
Oh, I'm looking at Connor Cuevas. Oh, that's a really good bat.
Yeah, he was definitely someone I spied kind of, one of those
Ooh, that
picks lower
player.
on the board, like potentially, um, maybe a free agency pick or like fourth or fifth round,
Yeah,
But like,
I was
I mean,
hoping they would fall. Yeah,
I think definitely worth the stab.
when you
93 velo.
well, so for someone like me who has tier 3 spirited, uh, that RBI hero would make that player nasty. Like, I think that adds 30 power, 20 contact. So for if he was on my team, it would be 106 power, uh, 91 contact. That'd be pretty good.
Right, the pick is in for the Monstars. They are selecting Stink Mercado.
Oh, this whole
Think.
time I thought we were talking about because I saw that pick come in, and since I came back, I thought that's what we were speaking about. So I was a little confused. I'm like, we're talking about like 96 power. What are we talking about here?
Think.
Yeah, Stink Mercado. Uh, you getting him for that velocity, two fastballs, so he's going to be working to his advantage.
I think you're getting him for the name. I like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's a good name.
you just hope he doesn't stink it up on the mound. So
Yeah, the jokes would write themselves. All right, Retrievers are back on the clock. They've had a lot of third rounders here. They've 1, 2, 3. This is their fourth third rounder. Like their sixth pick overall.
yep, four third rounders, one second rounder, one first rounder, and they still have a fourth and a fifth. They're actually tied for the third most picks in the draft. I did not even notice that.
Bombers and Monstars had 9. Retrievers and Serpents 8. Knights at 7. It's technically the fifth most, but third highest number. Feels like I've been living in the same team channels for a year.
And just ping-ponging back and forth between a couple of these teams.
Right, we have typing from Puppet. All right, the pick is in. This is someone I actually really liked. I thought about taking him at 63, but I feel like I needed to round out I needed one more pitcher batter. And the Retrievers will take Adriel Norton.
Yeah, Adriel Norton, the only downside to their game is that 26 power, but I think if, you just get them that kind of that I think they're a pretty nice and like 9-hole hitter, like someone who, you don't really feel to need to like depend on a hit, but like, with that off speed, some nice contact. They can get a couple of, singles, and obviously that speed is crazy with 90.
Well, I'll just say with the Skitters, Adriel Norton during the showcase games went 7 for 13, hitting 538. Also stole 4 bases. So 90 speed is definitely pretty big. I saw has off-speed hitter as well. Got locked in a lot. So I really like that. I just couldn't quite fit him into the team. That's how the draft went. I think that's a really strong pick later in the. Right, the Unicorns, have they still yet to take a, no, they took, no, yeah, they still have yet to take a position player. If I learn the alphabet. Frog. Block. Let's see. Let's have 6 over 2. So this is 4 and 5. So yeah, so this is their 4th pick. Will they take a batter or will they still live in the pitching? I mean, they made out like a bandit in with last year's draft, getting 2 of the better performers, R.J. Frigate and Trip Garrett. They were instrumental to the team's success, especially in the second half where it looked like the Unicorns kind of were selling off and adapting to the tank, and then they went on a tear and actually ended up making the playoffs.
Yep.
All right. I have no choice here. The Phantom told me to do this with pick 6-7 of the draft. Unicorns take Emery Proctor.
Emery Proctor, I like that pick. Magic hands and you know, solid contact, solid speed, solid arm. I'd say like arguably like the 3 most important traits for an outfielder are right there. So
I honestly really liked her too. She also did fairly decently showcase games for the Ungulants of all teams. She hit 333, 5 for 15, even hit a home run during the showcase games. Will be, someone that could take over for Shelby Halfbutter in center field once she ages out. That's a decent amount of speed and a solid arm to put into center field. So, really, again, the Unicorns just letting the board come to them and really just making the most out of it. Emery Proctor, I think, a really solid pick here late in the 3rd.
and that puts the Knights once again for their second of 3 third rounders on the clock.
Yep, Knights will make 2 of these last 5 picks here at 68 and then 71, the penultimate pick of the stream.
68 through 71, that's all Legends Division players. So all these people in this slot are about to get to know each other real soon.
So with the picks of Adriel Norton and Emery Proctor, that takes care of what looks to be the top 27 overall players. You've got a few that are still spotted in between, but kind of the cream of the crop has now all been taken on the batting side. Got a few holes still left. Dante, Jeff Carson, Don Hester, but some of those with kind of lower bat stats. Evelyn Strudley kind of still low. Really, it's kind of I feel like there's also maybe a couple of still
Oh,
putting in.
Knights have made their pick.
All right. All right. Ooh, okay. They are going with one of the other. I think there were not a lot of catching prospects in this draft, and they go with one of the better ones. It is going to be Kinsley Wright.
Yep, I think that's the probably best catcher you could take here. Solid third rounder, great power, 95, that 67, 75, 67, but uh I think that'll I don't know who else they have at catcher right now, but I think whoever they pair them with, that'll be a nice 1-2 punch.
Pandora puts a good question in the chat. When does the fourth round start again? Tomorrow morning. Yes. So the pick clock will start tomorrow at 8 o'clock Central AM. And so, since we didn't really have any objections for the fourth round, we will, for all the rounds, we will, yes. So like picks can be submitted. We just won't announce them until like the window is open. So like I was saying, um, the clock will officially start on the nights for round 4 tomorrow at 8 o'clock AM Central Time. And then, so teams will have a 2 hour window. So Knights will have 8 to 10, Moonshots 10 to 12, Diamond Jacks 12 to 2, and then so on and so forth.
Obviously, like if the Knights make their pick at 8 a.m., let's just say, Moonshots can make their pick at 9 a.m. instead of having to wait till uh, there's that specific 2 hour window, from my understanding.
Yeah, I think like we can announce the picks if they come in before like the end of the clock, but I still think like giving the teams till their time. So like, say we get all the way to like the Walkers, and it's still like 10 a.m. Like the Walkers, I still think, in my opinion, should have until like what their time should naturally be. Just given
Right.
maybe someone's busy that day and can't immediately. Like I don't want to punish them, and I'm not trying to pick on anyone. I'm just off. Just I picked the Walkers randomly, just offhand. Like okay, they would still have to like what would that be 10, 12. So they would still have like to 6 p.m. if it. Okay. Anyway, just to clear that up, we go back to the Liberty. We are rounding things up here. Dora was unhappy with the pick of Kinsley Wright. Oh, he was hoping that he would be there at 74.
And if I would have had anything to say about it, I'm still not even sure who I get here.
Okay, we are typing. Liberty pick is in. They will go pitching, and they will be selecting Zerwin Thrustmaster. Another high velocity 97, 58, 33 crossed up elite curveball. Of those that have the high velocity, I do like that one. Has 4 pitches and has 4-seamer. Honestly, I want to be worth throwing another one of the fastballs on it. Just 90, 97 V. Lumberjacks clock.
Yep.
Wow, we could have planned that better if we tried. Thrustmaster goes at 69.
Oh my goodness.
That's unbelievable. Ah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, you'd be surprised with the amount of crazy names you could come up with. The game like will legally say. Destiny, yeah, that is definitely Destiny. Oh, I need to punch in my pick here. Uh, t- 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 let's go. All right, yep. All right.
Feel free to call it out if you want to.
All right, I'll do it. Why not? With the 70th pick, Lumberjacks select Luca Flail.
Nice, nice. That's another one of those kind of sneaky ones I saw kind of on the back end. Extractor, 75-64, lefty bat, also 55 speed. Actually, a really good kind of, I mean, rounded off, 55, 54, 55. Definitely someone that's not going to be a liability by any means.
Nobody that I'm gonna be like, damn, why aren't they doing anything in the field? Like, if they drop something, I'm not gonna be like, you should have caught that. But that bat, I like it.
Yeah.
And like you said, oh, and yep, lefty and a distractor.
Flail, third base. And we go to the Knights for the penultimate pick of the live stream as we approach just over 2 3/4 hours. Almost at 11 o'clock Central Time on the dot.
I just noticed Kawashi's in the chat. Did he get his Discord account back?
Yes,
Yep.
he did. He did.
Okay, good, good, good.
All right. The pick is in for the Knights. I think this is that. Ah, there you are. With
Oh,
the
they're right there.
71st pick of the draft, the Knights will select Byron Faulkner.
Yep. So high power, high speed, uh, contact right there in the middle. That's someone who can, get on a hot streak and be a really nice pick here in the middle of the draft.
And with the last pick of the live stream, the defending champion High Rollers are on the clock. Don't know if I see send. Oh, he is typing. Perfect. All right. The pick is in Who?
That's a pitcher.
It is a pitcher indeed. All right, with the 72nd pick, the final of the live stream, the High Rollers will select Lupine Lumber, pitcher.
Now that I think about that would have been such the perfect lumberjack, Lupine Lumber. That's such a missed opportunity. But yeah, nice pick. Two spirited traits there, surrounded and clutch. So surrounded, concerned, but tier 3 spirited. That's not going to be much of effect, and the clutch will outweigh that heavily.
Well, that takes care of things for the live stream. Gentlemen, what are some of your takeaways?
Oh yeah, I guess it went
Yeah.
pitching heavy early on, but then it seemed to kind of even out as the draft went along.
Yeah, so kind of look. Yeah, so first round that was what, 15, 16 pitchers.
16.
Then we had the opposite. It was 16 hitters, 8 pitchers, and then now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So a little more hitter heavy in the third here. But that's still the third was the most like even of the bunch, with first and second being obviously more lopsided to pitching and hitting respectively.
What are some of your early takeaways for like best pick, like sneaky pick, good value pick, kind of around those lines?
Let's see. So just kind of going from first 3 rounds. So first round, I think Strudley at number 9. That's probably my pick there in the first. Second, I really like that Vincent at number 10. Conrad also down at 23. I thought that was a pretty nice steal. And then third, let's see, who did I like? It was kind of third, I think, kind of went just about as I expected. A couple of those early thirds, I think, were pretty nice.
Yeah, Connor Cuevas, I mentioned earlier, with that batter with the RBI hero. That's pretty solid. And then I also was looking at Emery Proctor because I was looking for a right fielder. I think Red can be a good right fielder, but I was looking at Proctor. Proctor's already a right fielder, and besides, I think they got 40 power, but everything else was pretty solid for a right fielder.
Yeah, I definitely liked Connor Cuevas, 76, 71. RBI hero inside pitch, double positive, so just a really talented bat there for the Diamond Jacks, kind of mid-late third round. And then it was Retrievers and Unicorns going back-to-back with Adriel Norton and Emery Proctor. Thought those were really two value picks. So that entire stretch, like Connor Cuevas, Stink Mercado, Adriel Norton, Emery Proctor, really like those picks. And the Knights also taking that really good catching prospect, right? I think those were all really solid there late in the third. Valentina Stark going in the second round. Monstars picking her up. Then Jordan Vincent for the Retrievers in the second round as well. All pretty solid picks. That's pretty good value for them.
Yeah,
and Neville Chambers going late in the first round. I think he was one of the best bats in the draft.
Yeah, Neville Chambers going 19th overall is
Yeah.
wild, honestly.
Yeah, no, I don't want to pat myself on the back there, but I'm really glad
I am
that he
honestly
ended up there.
stunned and disappointed he didn't last 2 more picks. Well, we have hit the 11 o'clock hour. I don't think there's anything left to say other than thank you all for tuning in. Like I mentioned earlier, Oh, go ahead. Oh, cutting out there,
Was there,
Aggie.
did we want to reveal something or nah? Are you
Uh,
ready?
we'll do that later. I did
Okay.
not get prepared for that. I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's okay.
But like I mentioned, the draft pick clock will start at 8 a.m. Central Time for the Knights to start off round 4, and then we will go from there. Thank you all for tuning in, and another draft is in the books, everyone, and Season 14 is right around the corner. Until next time, everyone, have a good rest of your weekend, and I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye!